Something Heather had said flashed back in her mind. If all goes well. What had she meant by that? She would be a permanent member of the family if all goes well. What if she had that kind of accident after she had promised not to? Then that would mean things had not gone well. Would Heather drop her back off at the hospital for doing that? Ella redoubled her efforts, but still, she couldn't go. She couldn't do as Heather wanted. Then came the knock and Paige came back. "Hey there, any luck?" Ella shook her head and stared at the floor. Hey, what's the matter?" Paige said, squatting down next to her. "Are you not feeling well?" Ella sniffled and wiped at her face. She had gotten herself so worked up she had started to cry. "Here," Paige said, handing her the notebook and pen. "Tell me what's wrong. I don't want to go back to the hospital." "You're not going to go back for this. We're going to give you some medicine to make your tummy feel better." They were going to give her laxatives. Those wouldn't work for several hours. She would be back at Heather's by then and then. If all goes well. She'd have to go number 2 and she couldn't go in the restroom. If all goes well. She wouldn't be able to hold it. She'd have that kind of accident. She'd break her promise. If all goes well. Ella burst into uncontrollable sobs. "I know the medicine's not going to be very fun, but it'll be worth it. I promise," Paige said. She tried to rub Ella's back, but the girl shook her head and continued to write. "It's going to make me have an accident after I promised I wouldn't. Heather is going to take me back to the hospital and leave me. I don't want to go back." "Ella, no. Why do you think that? She isn't going to change her mind and take you back. Especially not over an accident. She said I would be a part of her family only if things went well. I tried to use their bathroom. I've tried to use all the bathrooms. I can't. I can't do it. I can't breathe. I don't know why you feel like that, but that's why we're here. We're here to help you figure it out and move past it." She placed a hand on Ella's scalp and gently rubbed her head. "It's gonna be okay. Moving in with a new family must be scary, huh?" Ella sniffled and nodded her head. "I can promise you one thing. The medicine I'm going to give you won't make you have an accident at home. It's gonna make you go here and now. It's gonna make your stomach feel a lot better too. You wanna give it a try?" Ella nodded as Paige patted the table. "Hop up. Lay on your side and bring your knees to your chest like you did before. That's it, just like that." Ella silently groaned as she heard the sound of latex gloves being put on. Just what had she agreed to? She glanced behind her and saw what looked like a bag of water connected to a hose. And for Ella thought, before she felt Paige lift up the back of her gown and exposed backside. All Ella had time to think was, "This doesn't seem right," before the nozzle was inserted into her rectum. She let out an audible moan as she felt the liquid begin enter. "I'd rather have the 4," she thought as she grabbed her stomach. The cramping had begun. Paige had been serious when she said it was going to make her go here and now. She wanted to go. She needed to go. Badly. She let out another moan. "Almost done, you're doing good, just a little bit more." Ella didn't think she could take it anymore. Sweat poured out of her, making the paper gown stick to her skin. Her stomach violently cramped and churned. She'd probably be even to use the toilet if they set her on it. "Good job, it's all done." She whimpered as she felt the nozzle being pulled free. "You can go sit on the bucket now and let it out."